everybody. Welcome back to another video. It's the T on NPD and relationships. Hello, everyone. To all of my new subscribers and new family members, hello, hi, welcome. And to my tribe and family at large, welcome back. Thank you all so much for coming back and, of course, watching another video. Fam, y'all know I'm always loving to plug that Thursday night live stream. Listen, this is where we go from healing to wholeness to boldness. You don't want to miss that Thursday night live stream. Listen, if you are on our YouTube and Facebook platforms, please make sure you turn your notification bells on, and so that you know when we go live on the channel and also when we drop a video. All right, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Thursday evenings. I'd love to see you there. I'd like to personally invite you. I hope to see you there. All right. What was that? What was that? Yes. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that like button for your girl. All right. Okay. Listen, every time hit that like button for your girl. All right. The goal of the day is 2.1K plus on the likes. If you rocks with your girl, y'all do what? Hit that like button. Why? Because it's important. Okay. It really is. And also, y'all, listen, if you are in need of a coach, please email me. The email is pinned in the description below, the TeaonnPD coaching at gmail.com. And I'll be happy to get back with you, okay, about with pricing for coaching. Also, y'all, listen, last but certainly not least, pick up your copy of the book, Seduced by Satan. It is pinned in the description below. Yes, it is, y'all. It's pinned in the description below. Y'all, this is where, listen, if y'all want to know what these birds do in the times where they got a whole lot of time, okay, they got a whole lot of time, okay, on their hands, and a whole lot of money and a whole lot of supply. Baby, this is a page turner. It's a jaw dropper. It's a showstopper. This right here is going to be your next good read. All right. Listen, look and see what they doing. How he got down. This is based upon a true story. Buy a copy for yourself and someone else. All right. And make sure, listen, make sure you recommend it to your book club if you have one. If you know someone that has a book club, recommend it to the book club. All right, y'all. Let's jump into the topic of this video, though. Let's talk about this, y'all. The worst thing that a narcissist can see happen to you after the discard. Or let's just put it like this. The worst thing that a narcissist can ever see you do, okay, after the discard. Let's put it like that. The worst thing. What is the worst thing that they could ever see you do after the discard? A lot of times what happens after the discard is, and you're still no contact, okay? Let's put it like that, because it doesn't, if you are still in contact with them, it's not going to affect them in the same type of way. But if you're still no contact, which means that they don't have any way, shape, form, or fashion to be able to get in touch with you. And, you know, it's the worst thing that they could see you do, you know. A lot of times what happens in these situations when we are dealing with narcissists is that the narcissist does have a new supply. You know, of course, they're going to work that program with the new supply. They are. They're going to work that program. They're going to do what they do, you know, because a narc is going to be narking. That's just what they do. Okay, let's just be clear with that. Let's be clear. Now, the narcissist doesn't anticipate, because of the way that they leave you, the narcissist doesn't anticipate you being able to even be, let me just say, relationally resuscitated. Ain't that something? Relational resuscitation. Y'all, that's a good one. They think that because of the amount of lies, the way that the smear campaign is run in the even in the relationship and post relationship, that there's no way that you're going to be able to come back from anything that they're doing. And a lot of times, to be honest with you, a lot of times they're right about it. Why? Because they don't think that you're going to ever be able to be relationally resuscitated. Okay? They play the game that way. Okay? They do. Because when they leave you without closure. They leave you with a lot of loose ends. You know, they lie on you in the smear campaign. And also whenever you're trying to have a decent conversation with them, you know, especially if you have children with them and you're trying to establish some things about the care of the children or whatever, the narcissist is never going to co-parent with you if you have a child with them. I just need y'all to understand that. They're not going to do that. Okay? A narcissist is definitely going to counter-parent. Okay? So they're going to try to put the kids in a space where they're going to be what we call, it's going to be this whole situation with parental alienation. Okay? So that the kids are going to have to it'll force the children to choose sides. But one of the worst things that a narcissist can ever see happen after the discard is basically that you move on, and I'm talking about, and you're maintaining no contact. Okay? You move on and you say, you know what? Even though I've been discarded, I don't need the closure, because they're waiting for you to basically say something about the trap that they've set, you know, with the new supply, you know, looking for all the pictures and different things like that. But one of the worst things that they can ever see you do is be relationally resuscitated. What does that mean? That means that you're able to pick up the pieces. You're able to put yourself back together. You're able to understand that you don't need closure. And you're able to come back from that. But then there's another layer to it. Because that's just, now you're getting back into relations with your people that you fell out of relations with, you know, like your family, your good friends that didn't like the narcissist, you know, because a narcissist keeps you isolated in a relationship, in the addictionship with them. Okay, that's what they love to do. They like to keep you isolated. But when they see you relationally resuscitated, they see you start to come back to life. They see you reaching out, and you are now having conversation with the people, because some of y'all are posting up on your social media. Some of y'all, some of these people that you're having conversations with may still talk to the narcissist unbeknownst to you. You understand what I'm saying? But there's another layer to it that really gets the narcissist, like, they're like, I just can't even believe this is happening. And that particular layer is this. Once a narcissist has determined that you are a viable supply, you were in that, what we call, you were in that position of primary supply. Once a narcissist has determined you as viable supply and you were in the position of primary supply, then the narcissist sees you as a person that they will always want to come back to. Okay? Always. They want to put you on the roster. Okay? So for you to get yourself back up out, you know, you get yourself back together, you know, you start fixing yourself back up and all of that kind of stuff. That is a little disturbing to the narcissist, even if they can't stand there and watch it. If they got people that can watch it, it's a little disturbing to them. And this is one of the main reasons why, you know, that Hoover situation with them comes so quickly, is because they want they want the ability to be able to knock you back off your square. You understand what I'm saying? And put you back in that situation, or put you back in that position of isolation. Because isolation is very important for a narcissist, to be able to keep the supply in isolation. They don't want you to be relationally resuscitated, because that means that you're open to now being able to talk about what you've gone through. Because they already know they done put you through some trash. They already know that not only have they put you through some trash, but they know, listen, that with all of the stuff that they put you through, listen, they know that when you have an opportunity to start talking to somebody about it, they already know what time it is. They do. They already know what time it is. So it's important for you to understand that when you come out of this mess, that you got to really be able to go somewhere and get you some therapy, and to talk to someone that understands trauma. They understand how narcissistic abuse relationships work. They understand the trauma bond. They understand the love bomb. They understand the devalue, the discard, the gaslighting, the projection. That's why it's so important that you do that, because when you become relationally resuscitated, everybody that you gonna be able to get back in contact with is not gonna understand what you've been through. Get you a good life coach. But the other layer that's added on to this is a lot. Once you go get your therapy and you do what you need to do for yourself, baby, the one thing that they do not want to see you do after that discard and you still no contact with them, they do not ever want to see you in the arms of another man. For you ladies out there, that is going to treat you right. Oh! Because see, and the reason I'm talking about this therapy and getting yourself right is because a narcissist knows, watch this, y'all, I got to be real specific the way that I tell you this. A narcissist knows when you have gotten with somebody that's just as bad as they are. They know that. It's going to show on your face. That's why I said, go get your therapy. Go do what you need to do. Because what a narcissist does not want to see, you do. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you with someone that they know this person is not only good to you, but they good for you. Ooh, y'all. They that right there, that is like, just like the no contact. It's like like we say that could be like kryptonite. This right here, because let me tell you something, it's a double whammy. You know why? It's a double whammy because one, you've healed. That means that there's no more room in the end for them ever. Period. They already know that. Once you've healed and you've gone to that place of doing the work on yourself, and you did not leave the door open for them, and you just like, I don't care what you do. It don't matter to me what you do, what you say, none of that. I'm taking care of me. Baby, when you reemerge and you done been resuscitated, and not only that, but baby, you got all of your senses, you got your everything together. You know who you are. You're operating in self-love, because what you got to understand is the opposite of self-love is self-sabotage. So which one you gonna do? And now you have chosen well, and you have chosen to operate in self-love. And not only that, but the person that's with you, that listen, he's doing the same thing. You are two healed individuals, and y'all listen, this is the worst thing that a narcissist can ever see, because they know they can look at the smile on your face on those pictures. They can see you in the videos. Those of you that have posted up videos about, where you going with your new boo, what y'all doing, how y'all getting down, they can see the videos. They can see the pictures. they know that something is definitely different about you. This is the worst thing that they can ever see. Why? Because that dream, that thought, that roster that they had you on, yeah, they can go ahead and permanently remove your name. Because you'll never be you will never ever be another prospect or a prospect for them ever again. You know why? Because they know what healed looks like. You want me to tell you how they know? Because they can look at themselves every day in the mirror and know what it doesn't look like. And they know you look nothing like them. That part right there. So family, I'm going to tell y'all something. When you get to that place where you have been relationally resuscitated and you have gone through that process and you've done the work on yourself, the worst thing that they can ever do is see you with somebody just as healed and whole as you are. They know you happy. And they know that there's nothing that they could ever do about it. They'll never get you back. And that's a fact. That's the worst thing that they can ever see after the discard. Now they know why you remain in no contact. Let it stay like that. All right, family? Y'all take really good care of yourselves, all right? Be real good to yourselves. And I'll see y'all on the next video. And I will see you all healed and whole at the top. Shalom, family. Peace.